Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. You know, it's shameful. I mean, the social order has black people in general in a term, you know how I feel about that term black. It's too over encompassing. It means anyone who has melanin beyond a shade, beyond the Caucasian race or the white race. Earlier, I was interrupted and I was speaking on the NAACP. The NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And I was saying earlier how I had this epiphany about 3 years ago. And I realized that I shouldn't be upset because it says exactly who and what they are and what they represent in the name advanced black issues or black needs. And once you have came up empty, and you will, then ask yourself why. And why do they insist on acting like they are you, that they are the representative image of you? Black people. Black people. You know, I came to the conclusion that organizations like the NAACP, National Action Network, Rainbow Coalition, all these groups, a mayor of all of the people. All of the people. Ain't that something? Now, when they use terminologies such as that, what they actually saying is not you black people. And they want every other race to hear it. Every other nationality must feel secure that he's not going to act like a black man with the same history of suffrage and misery and bondage as his own people. He's going to represent everybody. And if he represents everybody, he can't possibly represent them. This is why we must separate. And I have insisted that they identify themselves and separate. Now, why wouldn't these so-called black organizations, and they're not, because shit like Rainbow Coalition, it's right there. Red, yellow, green, blue, and in plaid, and that other dude. He has not self-identified this morning yet. Let's give him a couple hours. He say he's just not feeling like knowing who he is right. Please represent them through your leadership class, who has to, by order, or I'm about to use a double negative, by way of the social order. They have to. But why? Why? Because they live in it. They insist on living in it. And that's not the only reason. People who don't have your background will never represent you, never understand you, or anything else along those lines, at least not politically. And it's because they talk as though you're not even there, and that you are not the victim of this system. Let me just give you an example. On the NAACP's own not website, but according to Wikipedia, which referenced their own charter, it says that they stand firmly against inequality and a system of racial caste. Look around you. What did I just say? It's all based on race. Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And I would say they have advanced pretty motherfucking well when you have your own other people if they are your damn people, at least 40% of them mate, if not more. And by own other people, I mean foundational Black Americans. And those people who realize that they were once slaves and are no longer slaves and think like foundational Black Americans, also known as Negro, also known as slave, also known as racial caste. And you know what that is, right? Depending on what you're born as, it will determine your lot in life. If you're born Black, you're pretty much screwed in every freaking country that ain't all Black. If it ain't all Black, you finna get screwed. This is why you must separate. You must separate it because you don't have it in them, in you to kill them. You simply don't. You don't have it in you to go on a rampage and just burn everything down. Look it. Let's see what they really got. But anyway, that's not even racial caste. These are their own words, and they even wrote them down. But we live in a system of racial caste. So as someone who fights against a system of racial caste, step one, you don't let nobody or you don't stand for anything or anyone who would come over here with their own culture that's based on racial caste. Shall I go down the list? Shall I go down the list of the different representatives of the different cultures here whose culture is one of racial caste and racism? But that's a different argument. But that's more than speculative. It's more than speculative. But NAACP, it's your lucky day. We no longer really need you. Thank God, huh? We don't really need them. We don't need the National Action Network. We don't need the Rainbow Coalition. And let me explain something to you. For just a second. I think I figured it out. The Black leadership and if you notice that almost without fail in any given photograph, they have behind them a full coterie of different races. So again, I can't be upset with them. They say that they represent immigrants, and immigrants would be colored people, and we are not colored, we are Black. Black is the absence of color on a scientific level. So it is what it is. We can move on. We can finally move on. The white judge that doesn't please that white judge, he will never represent you if it offends the social order or the judge's sensibilities. You understand this here? Yet they will call themselves lawyers. Yet they would, I don't mean to go off on the lawyers, but most of them pick the low-hanging fruit. I would be a better litigator as a Black man than they ever would be as whatever they call themselves. Because one who doesn't stand for himself and his own is hardly a man at all. Ask anybody. Ask anybody. However, in the United States, not even Christians. But like I was saying, let's have an examination of the pipeline. The pipeline is real short. It comes from middle-class families who in the 70s and 80s had their first child go to universities, Western-oriented universities. A lot of these other people that you come across in the professional class also belong to organizations. Now, in fact, every bureaucrat, every Black congressman, every Black judge, and keep in mind, representation is not FBA. I would dare say half of it isn't. And it's been that way for the better part of 35 years, at least. And how do At any rate, let me not get lost in it, get lost in it within my own soup. Listen, they represent the middle class, and the middle class got there through the opportunities provided to certain black people and their children going back. If we just leave them the niggas by themselves after all we've done to them, and we left them by themselves, shut them goddamn universities down, and you will tell them, here's how we gonna do it. If you don't let in every other race, then we will be shutting it down and taking the funding and running all you black asses off. So there it goes. It starts right there. Right there. See, I want you to see the game. So here they are, the African American or quote unquote black, being cultured in the nature of everything else around them. And what do we know about African Americans? The temerity to still want shit, still want a house, still want a car, still want a wife, still want to go shopping, still want a fucking credit card, still want a goddamn mortgage. Well, this is what it is. This is the niche that they have carved out for themselves. They forever stand against their own. Well, anyway, again, let's cut that whole line of reasoning. Let's stop that whole line of reasoning right there, because I'm not here to give you a sociological profile of the African American. Not at all. But he increases. Homelessness increases. You see what I'm saying? Joblessness, unemployment increases. Now, you would think that these were all incidental. These are not incidental. These are not incidental. And I only say that to make you see this. Anybody black like you who would support this is your enemy, because they have the exact same numbers that I have going back to the 60s, all kinds of problems, without ever identifying where they stand. And black people being so open-armed and friendly, I mean, you got to be some of the friendliest people on the face of the planet. You can't do this here. I mean, we might like to shoot each other from time to time, but I'm starting to, you just ain't got this kind of warfare in you. We're going to have to put it in you, and we working on it. We're going to have to put it in you, but we understand. We understand. I mean, even as we bear witness now, they're still at it. What is, and looking down on it? Well, he would be shocked and dismayed and confused. Damn. At any rate, what I'm trying to tell you is not only do they not represent you, but they hate you. I know that they hate you by the way that they have conversations within their own circles. It's like you're not even fucking there. It's like your existence and your experience in life does not exist. Not your wants, not your needs, not your issues, or anything else. Brothers and sisters, I am telling you, it is totally as if you are not phobic. Oh, no, motherfucker. I'm trying not to die. At your blade. At your blade. Death is still death, whether it comes slowly or rather it come quick. In this avenue, death doesn't come quick. It comes in the form of a slow motion genocide, step by step by step by step, in total disregard of the harms that it would cause, which is why I say they hate you. Okay? I don't know why they number, but starting with the black man, they say you make, the black population is somewhere along the line. Here's that word black again, 14% or 15 fucking percent. But actually, I'm working with numbers around 9, maybe 11, maybe 10, because the rest are cosplaying. They know exactly what we talking about when We say black. I'm talking about your government. They know exactly what they mean. What did I tell you? God left you a diagram. Damn on. I'm getting off the beaten path, but I got to explain the paint over the dots. And the dots keep coming back. But they finally came about a fucking plan. They finally had a plan. Satan say, I got it. Here's how we gonna get them Negresses. And I'm just having fun. And I might get banned on the fucking TikTok. Who knows? Damn, I can't use our own culture's dialect. What the hell? This is correction at its finest. Conditioning, I would call it. Conditioning. But anyway, back to the dots. God left you dots in a certain shape. And they could not remove those freaking dots. And they justify it. They justify it as if it is a random result, as if it came about because of fair play, because you didn't try hard enough, you didn't work hard enough. This is what they tell you. They call you a failure. They call you a failure as they drive up and down the street and they look at you. They never see the anyway. I'm drifting again. Let's stay where we were on the NAACP. So anybody who has access to these numbers and relationships is not even good enough. But my point is, they have taken an oath to never help your black ass. I don't know why they won't just say this. You should thank me, fellas and ladies. I said it for you now. I said it for you now. They can never help you. They can never help you. They've taken the oath. Why don't you just tell them and get out from under the heat? You know, the truth will set you free. You should try it. Get away from it. Put down the burden. So I'm going to help you put it down. They can never help you. No black congressman, no black lawyer, no black judge, no black senator, no black officer of anything, no black employee in any fucking position of authority and decision-making over your life can ever help you do not a motherfucking thing. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Because they already know it. They just won't say it. So I have to say it for them. And I'm saying it for them. I'm saying it for them. They carved out for themselves a nice niche within the nice power. Within the, I'll be fair, within the power structure as it stands. That's the reality. That is the reality. And I don't have a problem with that. Here's the problem that I have. See, I have my own rules. God have his rules, and I have my rules, which are based on God's rules and standards, and you have your rules and you have your standards. It really is that simple. It really is that simple. We all have our rules, as in fuck around and find out, and you're going to fuck around and find out at the end of the day. If this is how you feel, then you should be in perfect agreement with what I've been saying for the last 2.5 years, at least. Identify yourselves and separate. You have work to do. You have work to do. And besides, it's Friday. Why not? And it's the end of the world. There's no real reason to not just throw your cards on the fucking table. Throw your cards on the table. Be done with the whole affair. We all know why you're holding them guys. And you should thank me. You should thank me for at least a partial release. And by the way, they hate you Christians too. Very much so. But that's okay, because we hate them back. You don't have to hate them back. We're going to hate them back for you. They really don't like you at all. And they never will. And they never will. Anyway, and they don't, boy, you have no idea the level of hate and the victims of their hate that there is. But here's the second part of the rule. While you have passed rule 1, which is not helping us to do a damn thing, that's perfect. But here's where you fuck up at. Rule number 2. Because you have checked off rule number 1, then you have no right to operate against us while at the same time not helping us. That, my friend, is an act of war. An act of war. Now, you don't have to see it that way, but we don't care exactly how you see it. And it's your lucky day. Most of us realize that you don't represent us anyway, so it won't be no real reason to smash your ass. Funny thing, all these hard anyway, the next statement would be an act of digression. And at any rate, these people do have work to do. They have 13 families to protect. Okay? They should get busy protecting them. 13 families, we shall be breaking through the shield. And the 4 families that would even attempt to protect the 9, man, love those numbers, 4, 9, and 13. I love the levels. You have one group of devils calling themselves family. We shall call them number 4. Another number 9, we have the divine that had the security of the aforementioned 4, and they as the mind, they are connected to the 13 in which they protect. Wow, what an apparatus, and quite old. So what you really have going on here is a combination of the non-Jew and the ancient Jew, or the ancient Jew's son, in support and defense of the families that are also Jew. I'm done. I'm going to get in trouble, and I'm out of time. But anyway, just know this. 4, 9, and 13, we know. I haven't done the math on that. I'm talking about the real math. And we're coming. We should break through number 4. We should smash them first. I didn't even know, oh boy, the principality, once you start to read it, and it's old. So number 4, what you call yourself? I won't speak your name. But I do know what you call yourself. And I do know what they call themselves, and I do know what they call themselves. All of them representing the synagogue of Satan. Unfortunately, you don't have enough fucking security. You don't have enough reach. I don't know what you're going to do. We shall talk sooner or later, won't we? Won't we? I would like to ask the 13 families, do you feel secure? Do you feel secure? I would like to ask the 9, do you feel secure in your ability to secure the 13? I would like to ask number 4 over here at the top of the staff, where the hand holds the curve. One of the most important parts of any walking stick. How do you feel about providing fucking security to the 9 and the 13? Wow, we're coming. I'm just letting you know that we know. And now you know that we know. And we know who all of you are. And we know what all of you have done. And you, ladies and gentlemen, are on the radar now, officially. The rest of you, enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. I hope that we've all learned something. I am Source. I am 7. I am 1.